Hello everyone, welcome to my channel TechRacks. In this video, we are going to focus on understanding lifecycle methods in updating phase with an example. In updating phase, we have 4 different methods. We will see each method one by one and try to implement them to get better understanding. Let's start with getDerivedStateFromProps. This is the first method that is called when component updates. This method has same working as we discussed in our previous video of mounting phases. This is the place to set the state object based on the initial props. If prop changes, state is set accordingly. Please go and check its implementation for better understanding in the previous video. Link of that video is given in the description. Next method is shouldComponentUpdate. This method returns a boolean value that specifies whether React component requires re-rendering or not. It compares previous state and current state, and if it is same, it returns false, else it returns true. Let's implement shouldComponentUpdate method. So we have already declared our state object here, which is title learn React. Now let's create one button to change the state. On click of this button, we are going to call a function that will change our initial state. Change title. Now declare our function to change the state. This dot set state. Title is equal to should component called, and now call this function on this on click. This dot change title. As we are changing our title on this on click event, now we need to call our shouldComponentUpdate method to check component is updated or not. Console log here. Call shouldComponentUpdate method. Save this and return true. As we want to update our component, we are returning true from shouldComponentUpdate. Save this and check in your browser. Now we got here our initial state and the button to change that state. So I'm clicking on change title. Before that, just open your developer tools to check the console. I'm clicking on change title and you can see here shouldComponent has been called and our title has been updated. Now if you return false from shouldComponentUpdate, it won't re-render the component. Now I am clicking on change title. You can see here console log of shouldComponentUpdate. That means shouldComponentUpdate method has been called, but as we are returning false from shouldComponentUpdate method, our state has not been updated and our component has not been re-rendered. Our next method is render method. This method is again present in the mounting phase, which outputs JSX to the DOM. Then next method is getSnapshotBeforeUpdate. In this method, you can access the props and state before the update. That means you can check the values that were present before the update. For example, you have entered some input value and after update you want to check what you have entered. You can get that inside getSnapshotBeforeUpdate method. But to use this, it is mandatory to use it with our next method, which is componentDidUpdate. Otherwise you will get error. ComponentDidUpdate is similar to the componentDidMount, which is used to update the DOM in response to change in state or props. This method will not trigger if shouldComponentUpdate method returns false, as we have already seen. Let's implement getSnapshotBeforeUpdate and componentDidUpdate method together. I'm just commenting this section. And just write one more method here, which is componentDidMount. We are going to update our state with setTimeout method after the particular delay. This dot set state. Component mounted. Title is equal to component mounted, and here give a delay of 5 seconds. Now let's define our updating phase method, which is getSnapshotBeforeUpdate. This method accepts previous props and previous state. So previous props should be the first argument and the second one is previous state. Console log here previous state and previous props. Now implement our second required method, which is componentDidUpdate, and console log our current state. This dot state dot title. Comment out this button here. Save this, and now you can check in your browser. Now my initial state is learn React, and after 5 seconds it will be updated to component mounted, as you can see here. And here you can see my previous state, which is title. So this state we have declared inside our child component, which is nothing but this initial state inside constructor. Here you can see our previous props is learn getDerivedStateFromProps. This is coming from this app.js, which is learn getDerivedStateFromProps. If you console log inside this child component, you will get the same props which we are getting inside this getSnapshotBeforeUpdate method. And the last one is our current state, which is component mounted. It is coming from this componentDidUpdate method. And here we are also getting this error as we are not returning anything from getSnapshotBeforeUpdate. You can return null from this method to remove this error. So just try that. Return null, save this and check in your browser. So here you can see our error has been gone and we got all our expected outputs. So we have implemented all the methods in updating phase. In next video we will see lifecycle method in unmounting phase. Please do like and share this video and subscribe to my channel TechRags. Thank you.